The anime begins with Delta running in the forest over the mountains and roaring like a wolf. The scene shifts, and Shadow Garden sits with others while discussing Diablos' activity in the Midgar Kingdom. Beta reports that there is no activity of the cult of Diablos in the Midgar Kingdom after the Bushin Festival, and smaller sects have also stopped. Fenrir's secrets are immobilized by confusion. Upon hearing this, Gamma says that all of this is according to plan, and now they can focus on the situation in the Oriana Kingdom. Upon hearing this, other members of Shadow Garden share troubling news that the flow of funds has recently increased in Lawless City. In response, Cid Kagenou, also known as Shadow, asks about the funds. Beta then explains that this region doesn't belong to any nation and that the evils of this region also affect other societies. They suggest handling the situation by dispatching their personnel. Shadow then informs everyone that he can smell the blood of Lawless City. The Shadow Gardens then look at the red moon in the sky through the window. It is very unusual for all of them. Seeing the red moon, the Shadow Gardens recall the 10 years of tragedy, during which, if nothing is done, the surrounding nations will be greatly damaged. Upon hearing this, Alpha says that the 7 Shadows must try to handle the situation. But Shadow stops her and asks that he will handle it. Beta and the Shadow Gardens are worried about Shadow, but the red moon is not a big deal for him. Alpha smiles and says that not even the red moon can stand before Shadow. Then, Shadow tells them that the red moon looks more beautiful in the sky than any other moon. After a while, the Shadow Gardens give their best wishes to Shadow and are hopeful for his success. Goldie, Gilded, and Quentin go to the Crimson Tower, ruled by the Blood Queen in Lawless City. It is also known as the Castle of Vampires. All the people are so scared of this place that they don't even dare to come near it. Those who dare to pass turn into ghouls. They don't take the warning seriously. Suddenly, they see a white devil at the top of the tower who asks Goldie and Quentin that only servants, guests of the Blood Queen, or powerful warriors are allowed to enter. Upon hearing this, they laugh because they are neither guests nor servants. They are former warriors who have come there to hunt the Blood Queen. After hearing them, the white devil says they are stupid and shows them his cut arm, demonstrating that this is the fate of those who come to challenge the Blood Queen. The white devil says that he came there to kill the Blood Queen like them, but as a result, it twisted his arm, and he now lives there as a watchdog. However, Goldie is not afraid of his words due to his power level, which is 4317.5. After hearing the White Devil's story, Quentin remembers the wanted criminal with a huge bounty on his head. Upon hearing this, he becomes angry because he is now a watchdog and attacks them. Kagenou is in the Lawless City with Claire. He thinks that this city is dumpier than he imagined. Then, Claire tells him she will go to the Dark Knight Association for a strategy meeting. Kagenou knows little about this association because they have their own night order in their city. Then, Claire tells him that the Dark Knight Association is an unofficial organization founded by Dark Knights that doesn't belong to public institutions. Kagenou now remembers his journey in which he became a shadow after death, which caused him to do many things unwillingly. His sister, Claire, won the Bushin Festival championship, and to celebrate her success, he dressed up with the help of Gamma so that he could enjoy a fancy dinner at Mitsugoshi restaurant. Kagenou comes there to exterminate the vampire, but Claire brings him there to secure his future. She tells him that if he does everything she says, Claire will reserve a spot for him in a Midgar's night after graduation. Kagenou thinks he has no plans after graduation, so he has to do any job temporarily. Then Claire asks Kagenou about his interests in the future, but Kagenou doesn't want to share anything about his interests, so he keeps it a secret. Claire thinks he doesn't know what he'll do in the future. After a while, a shopkeeper calls Claire and tells her, "Beautiful young lady, I have a new stock of handsome, high-quality pets." The shopkeeper shows her beaten Goldie worth 30 million zeni, and then he also shows Quentin as a specimen. Kagenou, upon seeing these specimens, thinks he has seen them before. Then, Claire moves forward, saying she already has a pet, Kagenou. She drags Kagenou and leaves, and Kagenou asks her to set him free as he can walk, but Claire doesn't release him because he might run away or wander off. After some time, Kagenou comes out because he is bored at the inn and is eating food while standing alone. Suddenly, a man, who happens to be a thief, steals his wallet. Kagenou then uses his slime to take the thief's wallet with his own. He calls it karma and continues on his way. Kagenou encounters many more thieves who keep stealing his wallet, but he not only takes back his own wallet but also takes the wallets of these thieves. It is evening, and he has accumulated a lot of money, finding this place a heaven for himself. Suddenly, Kagenou hears the sound of many people beating someone. He looks ahead and sees that many people are beating a ghoul badly. According to Kagenou, ghouls have higher HP, but people use them as punching bags here. He finds Lawless City a city of blood and slaughter. After a while, Kagenou sees a red moon emitting a wave of magical energy. And after this wave of magical energy, the beaten ghoul stands up and starts attacking the people. A ghoul attacks a man and turns him into a ghoul as well. Now, these people are attack each other. Seeing the active ghoul, Kagenou thinks that this is all due to the red moon, which stimulates magical energy in the town. If nothing is done to eliminate the ghouls, they will multiply, and the town will be destroyed. Seeing the situation, Kagenou thinks he should run away like before or fight them. After a while, a ghoul is about to attack Kagenou. Mary arrives and saves Kagenou by killing the ghoul. She is an ancient vampire hunter. She advises Kagenou to run if he wants to survive because the moon is red, and time is running out. Kagenou becomes very scared after hearing all this, and Mary leaves. Kagenou doesn't understand everything because of the fear in his heart. On the other hand, Claire learns that Kagenou is not in his room. Just then, a man comes out of the next room with a ghoul behind him who is about to attack him. Seeing this, Claire kills the ghoul and asks the man about Kagenou, but he doesn't know anything about her brother Kagenou. Then, the man screams upon seeing the killed ghoul. The scene shifts to Skell and Poe. They reach an area to enjoy the company of girls. They are very excited because now they can become real men. Just then, ghouls hit them from behind, and they fall. On the other hand, Marie wakes up in bed, exhausted because of an old dirty man. She then hears shouting outside and looks out of the window to see that ghouls have attacked the townspeople. Then, a ghoul comes to Marie's room to attack her, but Kagenou arrives at the right time and saves Marie by killing the ghoul. He tells her the same thing that Mary did, that the moon is red, and time is running out. Marie asks him for his name, and he introduces himself as Shadow. Shadow tells her to run if she value her life and leaves. A girl comes there and asks Marie who had come there. Marie tells her about Shadow, but the girl says that Shadow is the evil mastermind who had a field day beating up the corrupt clergy. Marie is shocked to hear this but doesn't believe her. She starts packing to leave, but the girl stops her, reminding her not to break the contract. Marie ignores her and leaves. On the other hand, Yukime, the ruler of the White Tower, is watching the town's situation from the roof, and then she receives news that vampires have set ghouls loose in the city. After some time, Claire cries for her brother, but Mary comes there and tells Claire about her brother. Mary says she has seen her brother standing under the red moon, smiling. However, Claire knows that he is not Kagenou. Then Mary says that some followers of the Blood Queen took him to the Crimson Tower, the Blood Queen's castle, to sacrifice her brother's blood for the 1,000-year-old sleeping Blood Queen. The red moon affects the sleeping Blood Queen, and she will awaken when she receives the blood of a young man. Then, they both prepare to rescue Kagenou. On the other side, Skell and Poe run to escape the ghouls. But suddenly, Skell falls, and Poe flees, leaving Skell behind. Ghouls attack him, and the scene shifts to Juggernaut, the tyrant ruler of the Black Tower, who observes the battle and is happy to see the town's situation. Then, a girl in the association office sees many ghouls, but Shadow comes there and eliminates all the ghouls, telling her to run for her life. On the other hand, Lord Crimson's companion informs him that the preparations for the sacrifice are complete. However, Yukime and Juggernaut are interfering with their plans. Crimson, however, doesn't take them seriously. Then, his companion also tells him about Shadow. The scene shifts to Yukime and Juggernaut, who are busy killing ghouls. They start to fight with each other when they spot each other. Then, Shadow, who is watching them from the sky, intervenes and introduces himself as a shadow who lurks in the shadows to hunt the shadows. And that's the end of the video. As always, if you liked what you saw, subscribe to the channel. I'll be uploading a lot of videos just like this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, goodbye.